What's going on, guys? Ishin here. In today's episode, as requested by many of my subscribers and viewers, I'm gonna be talking about 11 reasons why I don't like the Evo. Now, before I start this video, if you're interested in knowing about what kind of modifications I've done to the Evo and what kind of parts are installed exactly, you can check out my profile on wheelwell.com. I'll put the link in the video description below. For those of you who are not familiar with Wheelwell, it's basically like a Facebook page for my car. So I got my Evo, my Datsun, my FTs. I'm gonna put my bikes on there, and then it lists out exactly what kind of parts have been installed on the car with pictures. And also, if you're interested in purchasing any parts for your Evo 8, 9, 10s, make sure to go check out my website at CZeroMedia.com, where I sell discounted parts brand new to hook up all my viewers and subscribers. And make sure that you use the coupon code, because that's how you get the cheapest price available on the web. And yes, here is my Evo. All of you know this already. It's a 2003 Evolution 8 GSR. It has been completely modified. I don't really have anything else to do to the car to make it faster. Alright guys, so let's get right into it. 11 reasons why I don't like the Evo. Reason number 1, the interior of Evos are pretty garbage. As soon as you step into the car, you realize that the plastic pieces are everywhere. As soon as you start driving the car, you might hear rattling noises here and there. But if you're looking for a nice German quality interior, Evo is definitely not the car for you. And especially if you're trying to buy like an Evo 8 RS, it doesn't even have power windows, so you actually have to crack down the window, of course, because race car. In addition to that, if you are looking for good stereo speaker systems, Evo 8 GSR is definitely not the car for you unless you get the SSL package, which is Sun Sound Leather, which comes with nice bold speakers. You will have garbage sounding speakers. Reason number 2 is that it's not exactly a comfortable car to deal with. Yes, it has 4 doors, yes, it's cool, it's functional, all-wheel drive, but it's a race car, right? It was built for riding purposes, and as you know, in rallying there's a lot of jumps, there's a lot of drifting, there's a lot of banging and hitting trees and rocks, so the chassis is stiff, which is good saying if you want to race the Evo. But if you want to daily the Evo, it might be a little bit on the harsher side. Of course, a lot of people upgrade the struts and springs to a coilover systems, which even stiffens the suspension more. Especially in my Evo, I have upgraded bushings all around the suspension, which makes it even more stiff, but it is faster on the tracks. Reason number 3, now this can go 2 ways, but on Evo 8s and 9s, you can easily get the 5-speed manual or 6-speed manual. Either way, it's better than the Evo 10s that come with the automatic paddle shifters, because that is not a manual at all. If you live in like Germany and you hit the autobahn all the time as a daily, okay, 6-speed might be good, so you can hit the higher speeds. But the downside to owning a 6-speed Evo is that it's actually a lot weaker of a transmission than it is over 5-speed. If you want to make power, 5-speed is the transmission you want to go with. This is one thing Subaru does better than the Evos, is the transmission. The Subaru STI transmission from the 2004-2005 generation is way stronger than the Evo's transmission. 5-speed transmission gear ratio is not the best if you're into going to Mexico, you're into doing some highway pulls. I remember racing against the Z06 Corvette. I would shift from like 2nd, 3rd to 4th, and he would be in like 2nd gear the whole time I'm racing him. You'd be banging gears like a rally car all day. Reason number 4, which kind of ties into the reason number 3, is that it does not come with cruise control. Like Mitsubishi, what were you thinking? Some of my cars built in the 90s have cruise control. In a car that's 5-speed making 500 plus horsepower on the highway with no cruise control is just like asking for trouble.
Pulling balls out down pits. God, you look so macho. I bet every woman on the sidewalk here's going, "Boy, I want to have sex with him."
That's
not to mention that illegal loud muffler you got.
When you're cruising on the highway, you're going from like 60 to 90 all over the place all the time, and it's just asking for trouble, asking to get pulled over. I don't know about you guys, but when I drive my Evo, I'm driving to go fast. When I see an open road in front of me, I just want to punch it, and not having cruise control just makes it even worse. However, there is a solution to this, thankfully, because there are kits online that you can buy from like $200 to $300 range. Reason number 5 is kind of obvious one. You have probably seen me talk about it in all my videos, in my friends' Evos, and that is the turning radius on the Evos are horrible. What should be a simple U-turn turns into like a 5-point U-turn, and I look like I don't know how to drive the thing.
Trust me, I'm normally a good driver.
More reason why you should just yank the e-brake like a ruddy car and drift that thing and make a U-turn. Reason number 6. It depends on where you live in the world, but for the most part, Evo 8s and 9s with the big wing that comes from the factory, it is a cop magnet. Every time I drive my Evo, I am scared that I'm gonna get pulled over even though I'm not speeding, just because it looks aggressive. It's also right in the middle of the view when you look in the rearview mirror. It's literally right here. So especially at night when you're riding around and you're looking for that Crown Vic or the police interceptor SUVs, the wing is right in the headlight area, so you can't really see what kind of cars are behind you. It is kind of distracting, it is kind of annoying, you get used to it, but at the same time, sometimes you wish the wing wasn't there, which is why it is removed on my Evo 8. This is something that I really like about the new Civic Type R, because even though the wing is so ridiculous, the aero is so aggressive on the car, it is positioned in a way that you don't even see the wing when you get in the car and look in the rearview mirror. So good job Honda there. As for the exterior of the car, the paint job is not that great. If you see an Evo from 2003, 2004 that's kept outside, especially the yellow and blue BBY, Blue by You colored Evos, the clear coat is most likely fading. Paint job is not that great on these Evos. Luckily for my Evo 03, it was kept inside the garage, kept in the shade, so the paint is okay. But other times when people DD their earlier generation Evos, the paint is fading. Especially when you look in the rear wing, the clear coat on the carbon fiber rear wing fades so fast. Same goes for the Brembos on the Evos. The red paint simply fades into pink after a couple heat cycles. So that's also another good indicator to see if the Evo that you're interested in purchasing was driven hard. Now going back to the interior, yes, Evos have fold seats, that's great, but the rear seats actually don't fold down and it's not the most comfortable seats out there. Reason number 9 why I don't like the Evo is that insurance is kind of expensive on these cars. If you're buying an Evo 8, 9, 10 for the first time, make sure that you do research and get a quote for the insurance, because thanks to all these teenagers and kids getting hands on these Evos with high horsepower and crashing them and street racing them and getting caught, insurance is not the cheapest. Same thing with the R35 GTR. You expect the best bang for buck performance car, right? But insurance is not the cheapest. Reason number 10, every time you come to a stoplight or stop sign, somebody wants to race you. There's always that kid in SRT Neon, in a Mustang, in a V6 Challenger, STI that wants to race you. I'm not the kind of guy who's into highway road racing or street racing. That was back in my days. I don't do that crap anymore. I go to the track. But because of YouTube channels like 1320 Video, every time somebody sees an Evo, they want to race it, and it gets boring after a while. Luckily for me, I have a side exit with 272 cams making over 500 horsepower. They listen to it and they look at it and they realize that they don't want to mess with it. But whenever I my friends' cars that's making like 300, 400 horsepower, yeah, I got cars all over the place trying to race my body's Evo, and that gets tiring after a while. The last reason why I don't like Evos is that you just cannot keep your foot off the gas. These cars are so fun to drive, so aggressive, so damn fast, and very easy to drive too because it's all-wheel drive. You just hit the gas and it just goes straight as fast as possible. So those are the different reasons why I don't like Evos. I hope that was helpful to people who are looking into getting an Evo. But even with these 11 negative points I mentioned, Evos are such a great car. I'm gonna do another video on why Evos are one of the best bang for buck cars you can purchase in the world. At the end of the day, it's not exactly a point A to B car. It's more of a point A to A car. It's a performance car. It was built for rally racing. Of course it's not comfortable. Of course it's not daily driver friendly. It is a performance car, and you buy it to go fast and enjoy the corners and go fast as hell in a straight line. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the 11 reasons why I hate the Evo. Make sure to check out my real world page in the video description below. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out the Evo playlist, because I show you how to maintain Evos, how to modify Evos, upgrade Evos, and of course check out CZeroMedia.com, where you can purchase aftermarket performance parts for the cheapest price possible using the coupon code. Thanks again for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. See you in my next videos.